In this video, we'll look at simplifying this incredibly tough and bizarre surd expression. And so it's tempting just to say, oh, that's x to the half, x to the half, x to the half. And so it's just x times x to the half times x to the half times x to the half. And I get my answer quickly, but actually you've got to start right on the inside. And so I'm going to do this a long and careful way. So just bear with me for this video. There's two main steps that I'm going to do. The one step that I'm going to do is turning a surd into an exponent, and that's taking the power it has divided by what it's being rooted by. And then I'm going to just look at when I've got the same bases, whatever's going on up there. When I've got the same bases, I just add the exponents. So every step I do, it will be one step, two step, rewrite, one step, two step, rewrite. So I'm going to start by changing this inside surd into an exponent, and that will be x to the half. On the bottom, I might as well just change this now. It's the power it has over what it's being rooted by. So there's step one, and then step two is just when I've got the same base here touching each other, I can add the exponent. So 1 plus a half is 1.5, or 3 over 2. On to the next step. So it will be x times, now don't forget that this that I've highlighted was 3 over 2. And so if I'm trying to get it out of a square root, I times this power by, to get it out of a square root, I times it by half. So it becomes 3 over 4. And again, I'm going to come back to this concept of when I've got the same base, I add the exponents. So if I added 1 plus 3 over 4, it becomes 1 and 3 over 4, which becomes 7 over 4. Okay, so these two terms, because I got the same base, become 7 over 4. And so again, how do I get rid of this big square root here? I would make this to the power of a half, which will make it x to the 7 over 8. And then from here it gets easy to see. If they're both x to 7 over 8, I'm just left with x. And so if you come across this kind of difficult multiple surd equation, my advice to you is start on the very, very inside and change that to an exponent, and then times the same base. Change that to an exponent, times the same base, and keep going no matter how difficult it is, and you'll end up with your answer. I hope that you found that helpful. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your friends. Thanks.